Yeah.
You have been called a crypto's accidental journalist by Axios.
Oh,
This is an interesting article. Okay. So that's you, Tiffany Fong. You've been called many things in crypto: investor, influencer, whistleblower, content creator, even journalist. And she intends to continue saying whatever the F I want. You're like the bad girl of crypto.
I'll take it. Ooh, that's a nice name. I'll take it.
When when you mentioned your uncle was a crypto miner, I just, like, imagined a lot of soot on his face, like, that the early crypto miners had to go underground, that it was
It was so
bad
nerdy. It
condi
was way nerdier and less manly than that. It's just like setting up a bunch of computers that are running and like increasing your electricity bill, but apparently you're mining Bitcoin by doing so. I don't know how to mine Bitcoin honestly, but he set up a bunch of computers and they were mining Bitcoin apparently.
So would you say that this is something that you are known for? You were referred to as a journalist by the U.S. Department of Justice in a court document in Sam Bankman Fried's criminal fraud trial,
Yeah.
which prompted you to give the agency a shout out in one of your videos for doing better than the New York Post, which had referred to you as a sexy crypto influencer. So how were you tied to the Sam? Because most people have heard of Sam Bankman Fried's
Right.
fraud trial.
Yes, yes. Sam is I don't think there's anyone beneath. Okay, it's like Bernie Madoff, number one white collar criminal. I think Sam is right beneath him, I'd say, in terms
Wow.
of money. So he's basically like our generation's Bernie Madoff. Um, and Sam,
But
I don't
not
know.
better looking, which is a
You
shame.
know, I mean, I don't know. I have disgusting taste in men, and I love like a nerdy little Jew. Like, I honestly, everyone makes fun of Sam for his appearance, and I'm like, I don't think he looks so bad. I love a nerdy Jew.
Okay, that's great.
This is
See,
gonna
there's
not go
someone
over
for
well
everyone.
publicly.
How
Well,
dare I? I shouldn't have
there.
judged his looks.
I mean, no, I don't. I judge people's looks all the time. I just have really bad taste in men. Like I have disgusting taste in men. So I think objectively he's probably not great looking, but I am just like he's not that bad. He's fine.
But you know what? It's cultivating a look where you see now I see someone who looks like Sam Bankman-Fried, and I go, "You know what? That person's probably got a lot of money." You know,
True.
maybe try to fake laugh at their jokes a little more.
Yes.
Give them a
Homeless
chance.
or has a lot of yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, looking back, I'm like, I should have been nicer to the nerds. So yeah, I think that's a good lesson to learn. Yes.
That's the takeaway.
But no, yeah, Sam and I have a strange I was gonna say relationship, but I don't want to call it a relationship. But yeah, I like I said got into crypto early because of my relative, and I ended up leaving quite a bit of money in a company that ended up being a fraud and collapsing in 2022 called Celsius Network. So I left close to it at the time that I deposited it. Obviously, crypto prices go up and down, but at the time it was around $250,000 in Celsius
Oh,
Network.
wow.
Yeah, and then they suddenly collapsed in 2022. So I was mad because I still haven't gotten any of that money back. The company is a fucking fraud, and I was just really mad. And prior to that, I hadn't posted at all about crypto, and I had never used YouTube, and I wasn't using Twitter or anything. But since I was angry, I just started using those platforms just to shit on this fraudulent company. That turned into employees of that company following my channels and sending me leaked information from inside the company. So I started receiving,
Ooh.
yeah.
From
So I received
Celsius.
from Celsius, yes. So I received like a leaked, well, a secretly recorded internal all hands meeting, which I did a story, like I gave the New York Times the audio to do a story on it, and then I posted the full audio on my platforms. So Sam Bankman Fried started following me because I posted that. Um, and at the time, he was still like, I don't know how much you know about him, but at the time, before he I guess, was exposed and charged with a bunch of crimes. He was like the golden boy of crypto. He was a multi-billionaire. He was one of the richest people in the world. He was super successful. So I just knew this guy's a big shot. Like I'd seen his face on Forbes, on Fortune, etc. And I saw that he randomly followed me on Twitter. And at the time, I had like no following. So I just DM'd him and I was like, "Hey, thanks for the follow." So we got connected at first that way in September 2022, a couple of months before his company collapsed and imploded. So we had like talked before. He'd sometimes like or comment on some of my posts. But then once his company, FTX, collapsed, I was like, okay, I've talked to this guy once before. Our DMs are open. I'm just going to shoot my shot, see if the guy will talk to me. I was like, no one whose company collapsed and might be charged with fraud should be talking to anyone. And also, I'm a fucking nobody. Like, and I'm like, I'm not the New York Times. I'm not the Wall Street Journal. All these publications are trying to talk to him. I was like, he's not going to respond. But 5 days later, he just DMs me at midnight, and he was like, hey, I'd be happy to chat, free for the next hour or so. So he sent me his phone number.
Ooh.
So that led to
Ooh.
his.
Did
Ooh.
he do you think he knew that he was your type at this point?
Okay, that's actually a funny question because no one's pointed this out, but okay, so Sam, you've seen pictures of him. He's kind of like a frumpy little nerd. But did you see the post jail photos of him? Because he
Did
went
he
to
have
jail
a
for 8 days.
post did he have a post-jail glow up? Is that what
Post
you're
jail
saying?
photos. Dude, he lost weight. He got a little scruff. He looked better after he came out of jail. So I commented kind of like I meant to be sort of humorous, but I was like, the fact that I find post jail SBF slightly attractive tells me I need to go to therapy. I tweeted that while he was, I think, still in jail, or no, when he just got out of jail. And Sam later did tell me that someone sent him that tweet, so he did see my
Oh
tweet.
my god, so he knew.
I
And you
guess
know
he
what?
knew.
He probably doesn't have a lot of people, your company is failing. He probably doesn't have a lot of people in his DMs calling him cute.
True.
So,
True. That's true. Honestly. Yeah. Let's see if we can find any post jail pictures of him. Okay, so there he is, kind of in his normal state. A little frumpy, a little nerdy. He has a little
fluffy.
Jufro.
Mhm.
He's a fluffy boy. I wonder if we can find, how do we look up post jail Sam Bankman Fried? Hmm.
I've been looking at post jail. Okay,
Oh,
here
you
we
have been?
go.
See, those
Let's
aren't
see.
it
Sam
because
Bacon
there's one, he's got a little scruff, but I don't know how to look up that period of
could
his
it be
life. That's
this?
not it. That's not it.
No,
No.
this is his current look.
'Cause it sounds embarrassing because I'm like, see, he looked better, but okay, SPF. Um,
I mean, if you also look at like his girlfriend, this is just a sketch, but
oh
everyone
right, Caroline
I mean,
Hobson.
she's pretty horrendous looking. So, I mean, you waltz into his CMs looking like a 10 and it's going to be hard to resist, I think.
Oh my God. I mean, well, obviously a lot of news stories have come out like insinuating that we were like romantically involved. But dude, you know what? I've been to Sam's house several times. We've hung out several times. Is that a post jail one? I don't know if it is.
Could this be it?
Um, but he's
No,
never
he
once
looks the
commented on.
same.
No, that's not it. He looks the same. Where? How did we find? Okay, extradited. Let's see. God, I
This
really
is
want to
probably
find
not something very many women are googling.
our Google. Yeah, this is the first time this has ever been looked up.
Even the
Um,
internet's like, "Are you sure this is what you want to look for?"
now I sound insane.
No, you
Autism.
don't. It's
Oh.
autism.
No, okay, wait. Okay. Oh, see. Okay, can I DM you something on Twitter?
Yes, or you could put it in the private chat and I'll click on it, or you could share your
Oh
screen,
shit.
whatever's
Oh,
easier.
I'm looking it up on my computer and I'm doing this from my phone. So I just
Okay.
DM'd it to you on Twitter. Um,
Okay,
see,
give
this
me
is a
one
good
second.
comparison if we can pull it up. But
Yes, okay.
yeah, I mean, as you're pulling it up, I will say that Sam has never once
Um,
commented on my appearance at all. Like sometimes like Sam gets a haircut and I went to his house and I'd be like, I like your haircut. You look nice. And he'd be like, thank you. But he would never say anything about
was
me.
there ever a flirtation or you guys were just crypto buds?
I mean, if anything, I feel like I'm like my personality is kind of flirty. I feel like if any okay, so if we click this, there's Sam
Yes,
before.
okay. Classic.
There's Sam
He's
before prison.
he's about an A
Before
cup. Yeah.
he's
Needs a
about an A cup.
haircut.
He might have bigger tits than yeah. Okay, before and then after.
Okay.
Wait, where's the after?
I
D-
mean, here's him in a suit.
It is a
Everyone
glow
looks
up. It's a glow
everyone
up.
looks better in a suit. He's lost a little bit of weight.
He lost a
He's
little weight. He got a little
a little more
scruff.
chiseled in the face. The scruff
Yeah,
always helps if you're not sure what to do with your face.
true. It does. It does. It's like makeup for men.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
wow.
I do think he looked better after jail. I don't. Everyone got really mad at that tweet that I posted, but he does look. I think he objectively looked better after jail.
I believe you. I agree. I would say he's He's also maybe he's dropped the soap a couple more times. He has more life experiences. How long was he in
Yeah,
jail
he's a
for?
hardened man. He was in jail initially for 8 days. That was before he was extradited to the
Oh,
United States. So that was he was living in the Bahamas at the time. So he went to jail in the Bahamas for 8 days, got extradited to the U.S., was released on a $250 million bond. But it was like he didn't pay cash. It was he. There were like three signatories. They put up some houses as collateral, but so
whoa. So
he was on house arrest.
who all had to chip in to get him out of jail?
It was his parents. His parents put up their home, which is around Stanford, California, as basically
Who?
collateral. And then there were two Stanford professors who were colleagues of his parents, who were Stanford professors, who also signed. And I guess
Wow.
apparently must have put up some assets to like put up as collateral for his bail. So he was
Good
on
for
house
them.
arrest for a long time. Good for them. I know.
Only 8 days in jail though. I mean, it really
No,
did wonders for him.
now he's currently in. I know 8 day jail diet. It did great.
He should write a book. Yeah.
He should write a book. He should write a diet book. But
Meal cleanse.
yeah, he's yeah, he was on house arrest for several months, but then got thrown in jail in August. So he's been in jail for several months now. And
Oh
his criminal
gosh.
trial was in October. So I went to every single day of his trial. And now
That's really
he's
supportive. I mean, if he
I
doesn't
know.
date you after this.
I know. I know. Yeah.
Okay, did was he familiar with your whole experience with Celsius?
He was. He was like following me like specifically because I was posting all these leaks about this other company, and I think he was aware that I had lost money. I mean, we've talked about it before that I lost money. So I mean, we really shouldn't have become like friends or anything like that. But I don't know. He's just such a little nerd. I kind of enjoyed our conversations.
Hey,
Obviously, he's
a
a big
wise
criminal.
woman once said, "You can't fight the moonlight." So,
People get really really mad, so I think publicly for a very long time I did not say that we were friends, because he did steal a lot of money, and it's in
yeah.
the multi-billions of dollars, so he's
Holy.
not the most popular guy.
Who mostly did he steal it from? Corporations, individuals, all of it?
There were like I think there were over a million creditors, which includes both retail investors like normal people and corporations, so a lot of money. I mean, it's a really complex fraud, so it wasn't necessarily like him funneling money to his own bank account to like buy yachts or anything, but he was basically using a lot of money that he shouldn't have been using on things like charitable donations and political contributions and things like that. So it's not great. It's not
So
great.
he wasn't really, and clearly you can tell by how he looks, he wasn't really spending much of it on himself. Like, it's not like he was spending it on
Yeah,
an Equinox membership or
definitely not.
trips to J. Crew or,
I know, it's like, Sam, you should have just gone to like one trip to J. Crew.
plastic
No,
surgery. No.
yeah, no, it wasn't much on himself, although he did live in a $30 million penthouse in the Bahamas, but it was also with 10 roommates of other with other billionaires. So, I mean, it's still a lot of money, but yeah, so he did have some nice real estate, but other than that he wasn't like
Wow.
buying anything. He didn't have a fancy car. I mean, he was known for driving like a Toyota Corolla, which is, I'm sure, was great for his PR to just show how frugal he was. But I mean, he didn't buy luxurious stuff, so it wasn't like a normal
Right.
fraud where you see someone like buying a fucking super yacht. um but yeah, a lot of the money is now
Imagine
seemingly
being
gone.
a bajillionaire and you're like, "No, I'm still gonna have 8 roommates." Like, we're still gonna have fights about who left their dishes in the sink and, who's taking too long in the bathroom. He could have been a
Exactly,
he could have been a
exactly.
stand-up comic. Yeah, I should have told the guy in jail, be like, "Look, are you comfortable with 8 roommates? Because if so, you could do stand-up."
Yeah, I know Sam. A story came out recently. So Sam's been in jail, and apparently he's been trading mackerel as currency in jail. So,
The
uh,
fish.
it's- yep, mackerel, like packets of mackerel. Apparently that's a currency in jail. So he apparently paid for a haircut with mackerel packets. So I'm learning a lot about inmate life.
Packets of mackerel. What is it, chopped
Yeah,
up? Is it like you just add water? It's like a dried sardine
I
situation?
think it's like like I don't know, like packages of tuna. I don't know how they're packaged, but apparently that's a currency in jail, according to the Wall Street Journal. So I covered that on my YouTube channel. And I did also recently interview a guy who was in jail with Sam. So apparently Sam was like getting potentially extorted by some gang member in jail. So this guy Gene Borello, he was a former mob enforcer for the Bonanno crime family, had to stand up for Sam and like beat someone up for him.
Oh, wow.
I had no jail contacts before this, but I'm just tallying them up. So if any of you have been to jail, feel free to contact me. I want a jail prison inmate, pen pal. So
You deserve
my
one.
DMs.